Lexus presents tennis on Sky Sports.
Thank you so much for the questions that you've been sending in over the last couple of days. It is now time for Ask Martina. Martina, are you ready for this?
I'm ready. So is Lulu.
Lulu looks very relaxed.
Well, she can't hear you. She's 14, but that's why she's relaxed. She can't hear anything.
Very relaxed. It's a good place to be, Lulu. You stay relaxed. Right, Martina, let's see. Alan from Wickham has the first question. How do you think that you and Chris Evert would fare in today's tennis?
I would be just fine, and so would Chris, because we would have been taught differently, right? So if we play the same way with the wooden rackets, no chance, but I would like to have the other players play with wooden rackets, see how they fare. So the game has evolved.
Yeah.
My technique is different now than it was when I first came on the tour. It's different now than it was 30 years ago. So we would be fine because we're both amazing tennis players and we would figure it out. But there would have to be some adaptation to technique. I would most likely have a two-handed backhand.
Okay.
But a big slice, I would still be coming in, but I would have to pick my spots. Chris would have a better serve, but she moved beautifully and her backhand was as good as anyone. We just would put more spin on the ball, etc. So I think we'd be fine.
Now, Tina from Tamworth. Now, this is a hot topic. This is on Emma Raducanu and Emma Raducanu's exit from the US Open. Do you think the team around her have to say that we got it wrong, as well as Emma, in terms of scheduling? And do you think a certain Andy Murray in her corner would be a help?
Well, I think she needs to pick a good coach. I think she needs to be on her own, take ownership of her self, of her brand, of her tennis career, most of all. She can branding, the agents can do that. But I think, like Sabalenka, when she had problems with her serve, everybody was trying to help her. She took ownership of it and fixed it herself. So Emma needs to be in charge. She's old enough to know what she should be doing and surround herself with people and then trust in them and buy into them and give it time. So that you can see the results. It's not tomorrow, but it will happen. Most of all, I think she needs more match play. Technically, she's great. I just still don't feel that she's as fit as she should be. Okay. So put in more times. I mean, that's where you need help from the experts. What can your body handle, what it cannot? But she needs to be clear as to who her team is and what her goal is, and don't let herself off the hook. I feel like the body, if you can't play the Olympics because it's a different surface, you need to fix your body first, and maybe her body's just not equipped for this kind of stress. So, but biggest thing is that she needs to find her team and stick with it at least a year and see what happens, and think long term, not tomorrow or not next week.
Yeah, absolutely, really good advice. Now, Neil from Sunderland gets straight to the point. Is it time for Novak Djokovic to retire?
Well, again, I mean, he still wants that 25th because then he's got one more than Margaret Court. At this point in time, he got the one that he really wanted, which is the Olympic gold medal. And I think Father Time will catch up to him. Maybe it's already catching up a little bit because, he was really not his own self in that last match. But it depends how much the fire is burning. If it's still burning, I'm never going to say you shouldn't play, because he cannot tarnish his legacy. His legacy is ridiculously good. And it just depends what he wants to do. But again, with his lifestyle, I'm sure the wife is saying, oh, it's time to hang it up. How many more of these do you need? Just one more. But then if he wins the Australian Open, he's going to want to play the Roland Garros and Wimbledon, right? He's not going to quit then. I don't know, up to him. But either way, you cannot criticize anything he's doing, because what a fantastic career. So I would probably hang it up. But, if he loves it, why not?